Hi everyone, welcome back to Workplace Wisdom, where we talk about all things workplace related. Quick question, can you remember your best onboarding experience with a new job? Can you remember your worst? I'm Natalie Holder of Quest Employment Initiatives, and today we're talking about a critical issue many companies face as remote and hybrid work becomes standard. How do you onboard remote hires and make them feel like real team members, not outsiders? We like to think that remote work is a new phenomenon, but it's been an option for employees for years. It used to be called telework or work from home. In fact, my first job in the 1990s was writing for Scholastic, and I worked for an organization that allowed me to work remotely. However, remote work then looks much differently than it does today, and it carries certain risks. If your company hires remote or hybrid employees, this matters, especially for younger employees and anyone earlier in their career. Let's start with the risks managers should be aware of. Research shows that remote work can carry a hidden penalty, especially for newer employees or those just starting out. In a study covered by the New York Times and other outlets, economists coined the term the power of proximity. When teammates sit together in the same building, junior employees receive significantly more feedback, mentoring, and opportunities to learn from senior colleagues. When people work remotely today, they are really working remotely. You see, when I worked for Scholastic, I went into the office once a week to drop off articles and to have at least an hour of FaceTime with my supervisors. Today, there are some remote employees who have never stepped into their organization's headquarters. And some organizations are remote first and don't even have headquarters. When work goes remote, even hybrid, the power of proximity disappears. Feedback drops, mentoring becomes rare, and remote hires often build smaller, slower growing professional networks. For many remote hires, especially newer workers, this can translate into slower skill development, less sense of belonging, and weaker long-term career growth. For employers, that's a big deal because it affects retention, productivity, career path development, engagement, and ultimately, your company culture. Before jumping into solutions, let's review common mistakes companies make when onboarding remote employees. Mistake number 1, treating onboarding like a one-time event. A single batch of HR forms, a Zoom call, you know what I'm talking about, rather than thinking about it as a process. Number 2, failing to connect remote hires to mentors or a buddy who can answer questions, model working norms, and offer feedback. Number 3, assuming that digital tools like Slack, Zoom, that these alone are going to foster relationships and culture. Mistake number 4, overlooking informal social interactions, water cooler chats, spontaneous collaborations, and casual check-ins. Number 5, skipping regular check-ins or feedback sessions and leaving new hires to figure out expectations on their own. These pitfalls are especially harmful for early career professionals who rely heavily on mentoring, feedback, and social learning. I'm sure there are more pitfalls. Feel free to put them in the chat if you can think of any. Here are concrete, research-informed best practices to onboard remote employees so they feel supported and a part of the team. Number 1, build a proximity-inspired onboarding framework. If you pair every new remote hire with a dedicated mentor or buddy, ideally someone senior or well acclimated, for the first 6 to 3 months, this gives them a go-to person for questions, guidance, and informal learning. Try scheduling structured regular check-ins, weekly or bi-weekly, not only for task updates, but for development conversations, feedback, and relationship building. Number 2, create opportunities for informal social interaction. You can organize virtual coffee chats, lunch and learn sessions, or informal welcome huddles. These are small groups where new hires meet peers beyond their direct team. Encourage open virtual office hours, times when people can drop in on a video just to chat, ask small questions, or catch up. This is encouraging employees to join. Also, you can encourage employees to join an employee resource group. This will heighten their sense of community. Number 3, use hybrid rituals even if your company is remote first. If possible, bring remote hires on site occasionally, whether it's quarterly or for key events. Even a few in-person or co-located sessions can help build rapport, context, and a sense of belonging. Plan a retreat or some sort of in-person team meeting that will give your remote employees an opportunity to meet their coworkers and leadership in person. Host onboarding boot camps or orientation weeks. Short cycles, maybe 2 to 4 weeks, where remote hires get intensive training, meet core team members, and learn company culture practices. Number 4, provide clear paths for learning, development, and feedback. Build a formal feedback and development plan, mapping what skills they should learn, who will support them, and when they'll get feedback. Encourage mentorship and peer review, especially for early career employees, to replicate the power of proximity used to provide, or to replicate the power of proximity that used to provide in the office. Number 5, monitor engagement, belonging, and inclusion proactively. Use regular post surveys or check-ins to gauge how new hires feel about their connection to the team, clarity of the role, and social integration. Create metrics for network growth. For example, how many people across the teams that the remote hire interacts with? How often do they get feedback or collaborate? You want to check in on these metrics over time. Offer training for managers. Many people need help with onboarding and knowing how to mentor others and engaging remote employees effectively. Admittedly, onboarding new people to a team, that's really not my strong suit. Because I know this, I always have someone serve as my shadow onboarder. What do I mean by a shadow? Well, this is the person who follows my onboarding steps to ensure that I have not forgotten or missed a step. For instance, I had a shadow onboarder who was great at reminding me to ensure that the person I was onboarding had the right computer access, the right security access, and even had a desk to make sure that their first day went seamlessly. It also made sure that they can get some work done. Investing in remote-friendly onboarding isn't just a nice to have, it pays off. There's better retention and lower turnover. New hires who feel like a part of the team and get mentoring are more likely to stay, rather than leave out of frustration or isolation. People never forget a bad experience with onboarding. Have you? There's faster skill building and stronger long-term performance. Remote employees who get good mentoring and feedback early build career capital, which benefits the company long-term. There's stronger culture and inclusion, even with a distributed workforce. Thoughtful integration helps preserve company values, cohesion, and connection despite physical distance. There's the expanded talent pool. Companies can access talent across geographies without sacrificing quality or engagement, if onboarding and integration are done well. And there's competitive advantage. In a labor market where flexibility matters to many workers, especially Gen Z, companies that do remote onboarding right may attract better talent. If you're a remote employee just starting out, I have some tips for you. Ask for a buddy or a mentor. Don't wait for them to show up. Request one. Usually you can reach out to the person who recruited you or talk to your supervisor about pairing you with someone who has deep institutional knowledge and could help you navigate the organization. Be proactive in reaching out. Use Slack or other chat tools to ask questions, join informal groups, or suggest virtual coffee meetings. You might even learn that your boss or team member is traveling to your city, and you can make arrangements for an IRL coffee meeting. Seek feedback early and often. Don't wait for formal reviews. Ask for check-ins with your manager or peer for guidance. Make an effort to connect across the organization. Volunteer for cross-team projects, attend virtual social events, or ask for introductions beyond your immediate team. If possible, propose occasional in-person meetings. Even one day a quarter in an office or co-working space can help you build social capital. Remote work doesn't have to mean career isolation. With thoughtful, proactive onboarding and integration, employers can help remote hires, especially newer and early career professionals, feel included, supported, and as part of the company culture. Thanks for watching Workplace Wisdom. If you found this segment helpful, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. What's one onboarding idea you are going to try with your remote team? I'd love to hear your thoughts.